The leader of our armed forces in Afghanistan is under fire today. General Stanley McChrystal made several disparaging comments about the war and about President Obama in a Rolling Stone article. Many are calling for him to be fired. Joining us to talk about it, the editor of Turner's Two Cents, it's our pal Cameron Turner. Cameron, how are you?
Hey, Fred, I'm good. Good to be back with you.
President has summoned McChrystal to the White House tomorrow, and he is reportedly ready to resign. Seems he is not fully on board with Obama's strategy. But should a general be fired for his words? Can we afford to fire a general in the middle of a war in Afghanistan?
Well, I think that we have to remember that the President of the United States sits at the top of the military chain of command. And what McChrystal did was insubordination. And we have seen some rare unanimity in Washington between Republican and Democrats on the Hill, all saying that what he did in giving this interview to Rolling Stone was way out of line to not only question, but to really ridicule in his tone the Obama administration and the top officials on the civilian side of this war was just completely out of line, completely inappropriate. Certainly, if one of General McChrystal's officers had badmouthed him out of school, the way the general talked about the president and the vice president and our Mr. Eikenberry, Mr. Holbrook, that officer would certainly be out of a job. General McChrystal needs to get out of the way. They can elevate General Rodriguez and move forward.
So you don't think there'll be any issue if they switch commanders right in the middle here?
Well, we keep hearing about how this is a crucial time in the Afghanistan war because we're gearing up for this big push against the Taliban in southern Afghanistan. Fred, we have been gearing up for big push after big push for the last 10 years. The public is worn out on the Afghanistan war because it has produced nothing. It is pointless. What they ought to be talking about in Washington is not only replacing General McChrystal, but replacing this policy which is getting us nowhere. Terrorism is not being defeated. I mean, you can look at the Fort Hood shooter, the so-called Jihad Jane, the Christmas Day attempted bomber. Clearly, terrorism has moved out of Afghanistan, out of Pakistan, out of Iraq, and is global. It is popping up right here in our own country. So having troops on the ground in Afghanistan is pointless. We need to withdraw not only this general, but this pointless, fruitless policy, which has cost the lives of far, far too many people and much, much, much too much money.
All right. Cameron, it's always good talking to you. Well done tonight, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks a lot.
All right, Fred. Thank you.